is my audience. Offense wins games, defense wins championships. Defense is very important when it comes to the game of basketball. All basketball players should want to know how to better themselves as a player and be able to defend the goal to the best of their ability. Today, I'm going to be explaining 3 main ways you can better your defense game. For example, you can never lose your balance, you need to always stay in defensive position, and constantly talk with your teammates. First, let's talk about never losing your balance when you are playing defense. In order to have complete balance on defense, you need to point your feet forward and keep your legs shoulder width apart. And place your weight on the balls of your feet, because as soon as you place the weight on the back of your heels, you will then lose your balance and either fall backwards or fall forwards, and you will not be able to shuffle and stay with your man. According to Mike Meester, founder of Thunder Sports Institute, and the key to being a good defender is a strong defensive stance. Now that we have talked about never losing your balance, we are going to be talking about staying in defense position the entire possession. You cannot successfully play defense if you get out of defensive position in the middle of the possession. So meaning you start out in defense position, but as soon as you either stand up or if you step backwards, then you will then get out of your place and you will not be able to successfully follow your man. And as soon as you stand up, you cannot shuffle your feet successfully either. So it's easier whenever you bend your legs at the 110-degree angle so you can shuffle better. Today I'm going to bring someone in that will be able to show us the correct way to play defense. So first, you want to bend your legs at a 110-degree angle, just like this. Turn to the side too. See the angle of his legs, that's how you want it. And you also want to keep your arms out wide. So whenever his man is coming down, he is able to shuffle with him. And also, if the ball is then thrown, he can move his arms and block either the shot or the pass being thrown. And you have to make sure that your feet are pointed forward. So whenever the player is coming down and your feet are pointed forward, you are then able to find them. But if you start moving back and forth to stay with your man, you need to point your foot out, your lead foot, on which way you're going. So you are then able to successfully move. And always keep your eyes forward, so then you can also use your peripheral so you can see what's going on from side to side. Thank you, Nick. According to Fabian Mack, a defensive basketball coach, it takes tremendous amount of toughness and heart to commit to the defensive end of the floor. A lot of people when playing basketball, they want to just do offense so they can shoot and get the points, because the people that dunk and the people that get the breakaway layups, those are the people that they cheer for. Not a lot of times they cheer for the people that are on defense that make the good moves by blocking passes or blocking shots that are made. Defense is very, very, very important to the game of basketball, but a lot of people don't like to commit to it because they don't like to work. Because in order to play defense, you have to always be in defensive stance. You always have to be one step ahead. So if your man is coming down, you have to always pay attention, because you need to make sure that you need to focus on if they're going to shoot or if they're going to pass or if they're going to screen, because a lot of times the player likes to screen and you have to be ready for that screen to get over it or behind it. So a lot of people don't like that much work and putting in that much effort, so they just want to go and play offense. But yes, we need to score on offense, but in order, you need to play defense so you can prevent the team from scoring. Lastly, but probably the most important thing you need to do when playing defense is to constantly talk with your teammates and inform them on what is going on. It is important to talk with your teammates and saying things like, "I got your help, watch the shooter, and watch the screen," etc. According to Jeff Hafner, if you want a great team, then you've got to make sure that they are talking to each other on the court. So whenever you're playing defense, you have to make sure that you're also calling the ball. So if your man gets the ball, you need to say ball, so the defensive players around you know that you know where the ball is, so they know where the ball is. And then whenever the ball is thrown, you need to make sure you say things like skip or pass, so then you can, so people know where the ball is then. So if the ball is skipped, you can get back on help defense and people will then be able to know that if their person gets the ball and goes towards the layup, goes towards the goal, then you will be helped to block the shot. In conclusion, I've been able to tell you the many steps that you can do in order to be a good defensive player. In order to play good defense, you need to stay in defensive position the entire possession, constantly talk with your teammates, and never lose your balance. In conclusion, these are the many things that you can do to be a good defensive player. There's a lot of other things that you can also do to be a good defensive player, but these are just a few ways that you can change your defensive thinking and be a good defensive player. Good basketball always starts with good defense. Thank you.